People often assume that if you're alone, then you're lonely. And to me, I highly disagree with that. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another upload. This is day 3 of consistency, and I'm back at it like a crack addict. Today's video, I came on here with the intention of deciphering the difference between, in my opinion, and within my experience, the difference between loneliness and being alone. And as you can see by that title, I'm a soldier for some solitude. Most of my videos on my channel, if you can kind of get a feel for, my route, they're all filmed in my bedroom, where I have my jewelry over here. I got my makeshift vanity that I put together with different eras and different items of my room. And I have my positivity wall. I have my husband right over here. If you guys know him, I don't know. He doesn't really get around a lot, so you probably don't. We like to keep our love life private, so that's a whole nother discussion for another day. I bet you didn't even know that I was married. I keep an affirmation wall over here. So being alone to me rocks because I get a whole atmosphere and a whole habitat of my own. When I was in middle school and throughout the pandemic, I remember my parents used to get frustrated with me because it seems like I was always in my room. But to me, that was just my way of learning independence while still growing and having a developing mind and body. I feel like loneliness is more of a feeling than being alone is. Being alone, you could put on your tunes. I'm recording right on my record player. I have my laptop sitting right upon my record player. I could put on my TV. I could get on my walking pad if I want to. Being lonely, feeling lonely, sucks, dude. I feel like that's how you can tell the difference is when you're am I weird? Why don't people want to hang out with me? There was a time where I just felt chopped, stupid, and ugly, and lonely, and weird, and...
I felt gay. I felt that note of...
So, to me, those are two different feelings. I'm gonna go based off some notes that I wrote down for this whole video idea. I'm getting good at this, guys. Are you proud of me? People often assume that if you're alone, then you're lonely. And to me, I highly disagree with that. Bitch, if I'm alone, I get to do what I want, when I want to, whenever I want it. I feel like if my brain had a space or a room, it would be the one I'm in the present times. But, in the future, when I get my lovely, humble abode on my lonesome, that's just going to be an expansion of my imagination, my thoughts and opinions as well. This is not the end-all, be-all. This is just who I am now. And I love chilling by myself. I am funny, and I'm the realest person I know. There is no company like your own. I don't know, a lot of people are uncomfortable with the thought of being alone. The things that I get to do around here, I get to, write, as you see with my affirmation wall. I also have my own journal that I write in, that I make an effort to write in at least twice a month. I cut on that TV, I do my 5-10 minute Pilates, then I cut on that 10-minute cardio, and it's ups from here. I could get dressed up, I could get dolled up, I could film a video, and your room is what you make it. Also, I feel like one of the key differences between feeling alone and lonely is your setting. Is your setting helping with your feelings and your mindset? Like, are you in a setting that is actively making you depressed? Who are you around? You know, what color are your walls? Like Faye Webster said, I'm losing my mind. Why in the heck did I paint these walls white? I have no spice on my walls. I have no photos. I have no color. I have no pop. I have nothing that makes me want to stay in here and be alone with my thoughts and who I am. So I don't blame people for always needing somebody if they're not making their life on their own as bright as it can be. I think a lot, and I feel like I'm just rambling here, but that's my freaking channel. I just ramble. And whoever is willing to listen, thank you for your patience and your time. And I don't want anyone feeling like I'm giving unsolicited advice. This isn't top 10 reasons why I feel as though everyone should start spending time alone with themselves. This is just what brings me peace. To me, loneliness is wanting connection and not having access to it, not knowing where to get it from, not knowing how to create it within yourself or initiate it. And I believe that solitude is a choice. It's all about choosing your own company and enjoying it. One feels empty, the other feels peaceful. I know one of the big things for me is when I am alone and in my room and in my mode in here, I hear myself better. All of that corruption and noise and evilness and overstimulation and chaos from the world, when I come into here, whether it be from a long day of class, a long day of anywhere, running errands with my mom, coming in here shuts all of that off and just mutes it for me. It's work to self-regulate, but I could do it best in here. After a long shower, come in here, I take a nap. In here, I notice my own opinions instead of everyone else's. And I don't feel pressured to perform. Like, I don't have to fake a smile in here. I can feel whatever I need to in here. I won't get made to feel bad about it. And peace is productive. Being alone isn't me just doing nothing. Sometimes I'm editing videos, watching movies, reading, journaling, brainstorming, cleaning, listening to music. I'm still living my life, company or not, busy or not. I got business to attend to, and I'm the business. I don't know if it's because I've been working on my attention span recently. However, fortunately, I don't get as easily bored as I used to. I used to get bored like a motherfucker. Like, I used to be like, hell, there's nothing to do in here. I became very depressive during the pandemic because I was like, oh my God, the world is shutting down. I can't go to school anymore. What is going on? And the same days just became routine. And it was driving me nuts. And, you know, for some people who have learned to love their solitude and love being alone, locked up, cooped up, for them, the pandemic was lovely. It was the most normal the world has ever been. But for my past self and the version who I was back then, I wasn't ready for that. Now I understand those folks times 50. Because if I don't have to go out into the world, I'm not going out. Some people need that constant stimulation. All the time. All the time. What's new? Who's new? Where's new? I need to be happy. I need a quick fix. What's something that can excite me? And then others are perfectly content with just sitting in their room and letting their thoughts entertain them. And I want to counterpoint my own opinion really quick, because I still do believe that it is highly important to socialize with other human beings. You know, there has to be a healthy balance. I still love my family. I still love my friends. This whole mindset and shindig isn't about avoiding people. It is about not needing constant company to feel good, to feel happy, to feel okay. Being alone helped me find myself quicker than any situation I've ever been in. And you know, they say when you have too much time on your hands, your mind starts to come up with things to worry about. And in some cases, that was true for me personally. But after building a bridge and getting over that and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, I have been dealt the greatest hand of getting to know myself from being alone. Back then, I didn't really have the friends that I could talk to. And it's not that it was ever hard for me to open up. I used to be a very open book. And that was probably one of my character flaws back then. And it's nothing wrong with being open and vulnerable. It's just certain ways to do it and certain limits and boundaries that I just wasn't aware of. I mean, I was 13, 14? I didn't have the friend group who had the emotional intelligence that I needed at the time, because we're all 13, 14. You know, it's 2021. Everybody's trying to learn how to do the renegade, and I'm over here crying because I don't know what's going on up in here. And my brain is like, Mayday, Mayday, we've never felt these things before. We need friends and company, so let's just act a clown and be the class clown so people can be attracted to me in some way, because I'm a one-trick pony, and the only way I know how to have friends is to stay funny, because nothing else is attracting people. And that was a sad life. Over the years, and trials and tribulations, and character developments, being in this room alone has taught me the love of my own interests, my newly evaluated humor, instead of the annoying, insecure, deprecating humor that I used to have. My own profound taste in music. Thank you very much. I like to give myself a pat on the back. If you guys want my Spotify playlist, you're going to have to pay a fee. And naturally, my own life goals. And before I get off of here, I want to say that protecting your peace isn't selfish. I mean, what does selfishness really mean? I feel like I'm just going to get off topic one quick second, because I've always wanted to say this publicly and have it documented. The word selfish or selfishness gets such a bad rap. What's wrong with being selfish? If you ain't got kids and you're not obligated to anybody by marriage, by debt. Girl, if you're single and only responsible for yourself, be selfish. What's wrong with being selfish? Why is it so villainized? I'm getting off topic here, and that's probably a whole nother video idea, so I won't go too deep into that. But I don't believe there's anything wrong with being selfish if you can afford to be. You don't owe everyone access to you. And I think that's why filming was a big scare for me as well, because I'm like, I don't want to overshare. I don't want people thinking that they know all about me based off 5-10 minute videos. But I gotta get it how I live. You know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm trying to be somebody at the end of the day. Sometimes saying no is very healthy. No being a part of your vernacular is very healthy. And it's a complete sentence. Sometimes staying home is healthy. You can't always be available for everyone. If you're available all the time, and social media makes solitude seem so strange and almost performative. Come get ready with me for bed while I stayed home on a Friday night instead of going out and partying with my girlfriends.
Like, girl, we do not care. Girl, you need to get in that bed and doom scroll just like everybody else.
But if you do choose to stay home on that Friday night, that's okay. That is fine. What's that meme? The older I get? Hell no. Hell no. Nah, nope. It's a no for me, dog. And you don't have to reiterate how much you've changed either. As I get older, I appreciate my peace more. And being alone doesn't mean disconnected either. You can still have friendships, family, goals, while still enjoying lots of time to yourself. And I don't believe everyone needs solitude the same way I do. But I do believe everyone should have the chance or be obligated to feel comfortable within their own company. And if you can't enjoy a little time just by yourself, I think that's something worth exploring. I've never needed constant company to feel complete. Okay, bye. Get out of here. I love you. I want alone time now. Yeah, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye.